Hello, how you doing? Welcome back to some more Football Manager 2023 and another part of the Journeyman with our club Fulham. Although it might not be our club for much longer. You might have gathered by today's title and thumbnail, we do have the dreaded board meeting. I'm sure we're going to get the 5 games to turn it around. And probably expected to get 13 out of 15 points or something stupid. But yeah, things haven't really improved since the last time you saw us. We were, of course, on a hiding to nothing, really. We'd lost every single game of the season until that Portsmouth match when we got back and we got our first 3 points of the year. But after that, we went down 2-1 to West Brom, even though we took the lead in that one. A 92nd minute goal, taking them over the line. Then we lost to Burnley 3-2. Again, we were ahead in that match, twice in fact, and ended up losing it 3-2 at home. Not good enough, really. But then we turned on the style. A 4-0 turnover of Hull City away from home. Best performance of the season so far. Eddie Nketiah, Issa Diop, Jacob Ramsey and Cesar Palacios getting on the score sheet there. We then drew 1-1 against Bournemouth, a late equaliser in that case, getting us our first draw of the season. But most recently, we went down 2-1 at home to big rivals QPR, and that is what would appear to be the straw that broke the camel's back. Matthew Granger brought us back onto level terms at half-time. We were pushing on for a winner in the second half, but we were caught on the counter-attack, and an 87th minute goal for QPR put them over the line. So I do think we have had improvement since you last saw us. You know, performance-wise, not doing too badly. Luck-wise, terribly. If we had the luck, we could have won all 6 of those games. But alas, we've only won 2 of them and drawn 1. And when you put that into context of losing the first 5 championship games this season, you know, we're on a hiding to nothing, really. We're not bottom of the table, believe it or not, goal difference wise, because we're scoring goals. We're not actually that far behind where we should be in terms of goal difference. We're on 7 points from 11 games. I do believe we will improve this season. I think the team is starting to gel together a little bit, obviously, with all of those changes over the summer. It was always going to be difficult to come flying out of the blocks, and, you know, I think maybe we were a little naive after the summer transfer window. You know, I was buzzing. We'd brought in loads of money. We'd signed some really good players, but actually gelling them together has been a little bit more tricky. You know, they've come from all over the world. It's not as if we've just bought a load of ready-made championship players. So it was always going to take some time to gel, but we have struggled. And, you know, I've dabbled into the training. I've tried to switch up some of our training routines a little bit, you know, putting in some defending in there. Usually I'm just a man for attacking all of the way, but we have put some defending weeks in there and done all right with it all. But that hasn't really come about. Of course, we've got our diamond formation. I've fiddled around with a couple of the roles here and there. Some people have suggested maybe this centre midfielder should be on defend. I did try that for a couple of matches. Didn't really notice as much of an impact as this player that is darting forward. And, you know, Casadei is going to be our top scorer, probably. And, you know, if you look at our squad performances, lots of people over 7 average ratings, which you wouldn't normally see for a team in the relegation zone. You know, a few goals being scored. Matty Cash with 4 assists as well. It's not as bad as it might appear, and hopefully we'll get the chance to turn it around. Job-wise, if we do get sacked, there is the Preston job available in the Championship. They're the only team below us at the moment. Kind of don't want to go with that because there might be a certain other YouTuber who is managing Preston at the moment. And then other than that, you have got a Italian Serie A team in Sassuolo and Colchester at the bottom of League 2. We don't really want that. In terms of what jobs might come about, you can see Aston Villa are potentially looking for a manager soon in the Premier League, similar job to what we've done at Fulham. The likes of Sunderland, Birmingham and Wolves also pretty close to sacking their bosses as well. But we might have to go abroad, Poland or Sweden, teams that we've looked at in terms of enriching our journeyman journey this year. But I think I've put it off enough. Let's get into the board meeting. The board wish to hold a meeting with you regarding your position at the club. Your performance hasn't been good enough and your position is under serious threat. Okie dokie then. Notable highlights. They're happy with that. They're extremely disappointed to be in a relegation scrap this season. ... Concerned about that. Okay, let's attend the meeting. We are not happy. We would like to know why you think the team have performed so badly. So, realistically, it is, what are our players gelling? That is the problem. We haven't had a lot of injuries. I can't use that as an excuse. We have had a fairly difficult run of games, but I don't think that will, I don't think that will cut it. This one might be the one. I think it looks worse than it is. We've played really well, but the form table doesn't show it. Stick to the plan and everything will work out fine. Our next few fixtures are more favourable. We have got 2 home matches coming up. Looking at how hard our upcoming fixture list, a new manager would be in for a rude awakening. I don't think that's the right thing to say. We're well on course to achieve the targets. No, that is not going to work. I think this is a knee-jerk reaction. There's still lots of football left. I think that one potentially, I don't want to put any promises in there particularly, but I like this one because I think we have played a little bit better than the form table shows recently. So let's go for that one. Oh, there you go. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt right now, but we'll need to see the results improve sooner rather than later. We believe it's important to stay on good terms with you, so hopefully you can continue to work together to build a positive future for the club. Okay, perfect. I mean, now that couldn't have worked out better, really, could it? Let's go back into the club vision. They are bitterly disappointed. The fans oh dear, the fans are pleased. I think that is just the most opposite thing to real life that you've ever seen. I mean, who's more likely to be happy, the board or the supporters? In our current situation, the board might go, hang on, trust the process. We're quite pleased with the signings you've made. We're quite pleased with your performances on the field. But it's actually the opposite way around. It is what it is. We gotta try and improve. I do think we can turn it around. We'll see. I mean, they're only expecting us to turn it around to mid-table, which might be fair. We're a quarter of the way through the season and we're not anywhere near where we should be. But a good run of form and we can zip up the table. We know that. We've taken over teams in this position before and led them to playoffs. And because the playoffs are only a point behind second place, there's no reason why we can't go for automatic promotion still. But yeah, that worked out well. So 2 matches today then. Watford and Sheffield United. Let's get ourselves into it. Okay then, here we go for our first 11 to face Watford at home. Lots of players are struggling for fitness, so we are making a few changes. But Max Goulis starts in goal. He has been playing the last few matches, has done better than the struggling Yusufu at the start of this season. Rington will start at right back with Omar Bamadeli and Stones in the middle. Andre Suarez will start at left back with Scott McTominay as our defensive midfielder. Richard Tipple makes his debut alongside Jacob Ramsey in the midfield, and Cesar Palacios starts behind Eddie Nketiah and Ben Jones up top. So let's get into it then. We have got Pacalt on the bench, our £14 million signing from Manchester United. Bit of a panic buy, to say the least, but fingers crossed he can come on and do a job for us. in this match. So here we go then. We did have a good meeting with the players beforehand as well. The players are fired up for this. I'm fired up for this. I want to turn this around. I want to turn this Fulham team into a winning machine. I do think we've got it in us. So let's go and put a few past Watford today. We've just got to improve on the mistake making that I've noticed. That's a good ball into the middle. Bamatelli gets it away. Here's Mavuka. Doesn't manage it. Here's Akieme into the middle. It's bouncing around and Mavuka puts it into the back of the net. And within 3 minutes, we're already 1-0 down. And the board will be thinking, oh my God, why are we giving this guy the benefit of the doubt? He is shocking. And I'm starting to think the same. What on earth am I doing here? Why don't I just resign? Because that's the easy way out. And I've got a £4.3 million apartment to pay. We need the payout. We can't resign. Right. Come on then. Half an hour in. Here's Jones. He whips it into the middle. John Stones with a header. Doesn't manage to score. That seemed like the perfect John Stones opportunity to score, to be honest with you. He's come to us and said that he's planning on announcing his retirement this season. Now, he hasn't done it yet, but here's Danny Gomez. Oh, good save by Goulas. That was nearly 2-0 right there. And here we go then. It's going to be a whipped in cross by Levitt. What can he do with it? He whips it in. Oh, it's Gordon over the bar. Whew. That was close. That was close. Right. Let's berate the boys. Try and get them going. We have 10 minutes left of this first half. And not a great deal happening. For us, at least. We had that chance with John Stones. It didn't go in. And now we're at half time. What do we do? What do we do here? Right, Ben Jones is going to come off. We're going to put Manuel on for him. Jacob Ramsey not having a great game. So why don't we put Alex Scott on in the middle of the park and swap them two round and have Palacios as the guy charging forward. Right, here we go. Palacios gets it to Stones. Now McTominay. Suarez now. Here's McTominay. Tipple over the top. Great ball. And Manuel links up. And Manuel, how didn't he score that? That was a great chance. All right, let's encourage the boys. Try and get them going. Again, we're not playing too badly. We're creating chances, but just not putting them into the back of the net. Here's a corner. It's Palacios. He's going to whip it in. John Stones is going to be the one heading it. John Stones is there and it's over the bar. Oh my God. How is this not happening? All right, Murray Campbell. I think he's going to come on for Stones because Stones is tired. Here's Scott. Gets it into Nketiah. Manuel's there. And it's going to be a corner. We're going to bring on Murray Campbell on to replace John Stones now. Where's Murray Campbell? Get yourself into the box, son. Here he comes. He's running all the way. Who's this? Palacios waiting. Oh, no highlight. That was the perfect moment to score a goal. And I just can't believe this. How are we not winning this game? And this is what I'm having to put up with, folks. Pepe comes on for the final couple of minutes. But can't do anything. I think we're going to have another meeting here. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, dearie me. Right. He thinks they should give us more time. Right. Oh dear. Right. Compromise. Injuries. We've had a really hard fixture list. It's the same ones again. Ignore the form. We're playing well, and that will eventually shine through. Trust the process. Hey! It seems to be the correct answer. Right, we're going to send the assistant to that. I can't be bothered to go at that press conference. We do usually do the press conferences, and proof in the pudding, right? If we go into this, media handling 100%. It does say avoids talking to the press, but I do genuinely do the press conferences. I know some people have speculated I don't do the training. I do. I do all of these little things. We just tend to do them off camera because otherwise episodes would be 40, 50 minutes long. And we don't want that, right? But what we do want is a nice, juicy 3 points from Sheffield United. Please? Well, here's a positive. We have now got our highest possible qualification. We've got the Continental Pro license, which is brilliant. So even if we do get sacked, we should be getting good jobs. Hopefully. Well, here we go then. For the match against Sheffield United, pretty much a brand new team because most people are back to full fitness now. Goulas will start and goal with Jankovic, Omabamidele, Diop and Umpierrez in defence. We've then got McTominay as our holding midfielder. Granger and Cassidy in the middle of the park with Palacios starting behind Camille and Eddie Nketiah up top. So, let's get into it. It should be a match that we win. We know that, but we're not winning those this season. And to be honest with you, the ones that I've expected to lose, Portsmouth against your old club, and Hull City away, we've actually performed well in. So I'm expecting to lose this match. Right, so Sheffield are up in 5th position. Here's Cassidy with the shot. What a shot that is. Omabamidele's there with the rebound, and how has that not gone in? That is exactly what I mean by the luck this season. We just haven't had it. We haven't had the luck. And I don't know. How do you turn that around? It is just so tough when you take a relegated team into the division, the division below. It is just really tough to get that pick up and get that momentum going again. That's why I really didn't want to go down with like a damp squib, and I just didn't really want to do that last season. Go out with a whimper, and that's what we did, and we've took that form into this season. And it has been an uphill battle to get back to that. We did clear out a lot of the dead wood, and perhaps there'll be more to go in January. But it is taking time for this team to gel, and well, that's a wonderful ball forward to Jankovic now. Will he have the chance to get it in? And Nketiah hits the bar. I mean, what? How does he miss from there? Right, here's Umpierrez. He whips it in. Omabamidele with the header. It's in. It's in off the bar this time. Andrew Omabamidele with the header. It was a beautiful whipped in cross by Umpierrez there. And Omabamidele sticks it into the back of the net. That was a lovely little header there, and it was in off the bar. Thank the Lord for that. We're 1-0 up. Come on, boys. Right, highlight straight from the kickoff. Hopefully that's going to be us. With a second goal here to get that cushion. Here's Bidstrup. Cresswell. Here's Egan Riley now. Forward to Melkerson. Great tackle. Great tackle from Umpierrez, but he's lost it. But Cassidy has won it back on this left-hand side. He's bombing forward. Can't do anything else with it. Here's Cresswell. Now then, Diop with the header. Palacios to Granger. Forward to Cassidy. Out of position, but here's Camille with the chance. This kid played for Barcelona and he can't finish one of those. That's why he's no longer playing for Barcelona. Here's McTominay, gets it to Diop now. Forward to Granger. That's... I don't know what that was. Jankovic didn't seem to know that there was a ball coming towards him, but now he's got it. He pushes forward to Camille. He has Palacios now. Palacios tried to thread that ball through, but Jankovic gets it back. Here's Camille. No. Jankovic just isn't that complete wingback that we're trying to play him as. Obviously, Matty Cash is the player there usually. Here's Umpierrez on the left-hand side. Great ball forward to Nketiah. Nketiah whips it in. Palacios with the header, and it's 2-0. That was a great header from Cesar Palacios. Nketiah with the cross into the middle. And it's now Fulham 2, Sheffield United 0. And this is what I meant. we're creating the chances, and now they're going in for us. If we can keep that going, if we can keep scoring goals at the rate that we are going to surge up the league. I know that. Here's Cameo, gets it to Nketiah. Great ball forward. Cresswell away, but here's Cassadai. Oh, that would have been a beauty. On his left foot as well, on the vault. But it didn't go in. But half an hour in, and, we're out of the relegation zone. Unfortunately, at the expense of our former club, Portsmouth, who seem to have a game in hand. Wolves are going to really mess up this league, aren't they, with their Europa League campaign, because they're going to be playing on weird nights. They're going to have so many games in hand. It's unbelievable, but cool nonetheless to have somebody that's in the Europa League in this division, but they're struggling in the league because of it. But this would move us on to 10 points. Okay, third victory of the season. We can turn this around. We got to believe that. Right, Cameo, again, has been terrible. Let's get Ben Jones on. What else are we going to do? Issa Diop is tiring, so we'll bring John Stones on for him. Nketiah's tiring, so we'll bring on Manuel. And let's not push it too much, but next substitution is going to be Giles on for Granger, I think. But we got 20 minutes to go. Yeah, well, there you go. It listened to me. That was the next one. Goodness me. Davy Klassen playing down in the Championship, eh? Is that William Carvalho? I very much doubt it. Where is he? Oh, he's come off now, so... Nah, William Carvalho was a defensive mid, but there you go, 3 points in the bag and a very good performance. I have to say, you know, when we play well, when it comes together, it really does come together. We just got to do it more consistently. But if you look at that, if we say that's the start of our season, it's still terrible, but it's not as bad as that. And especially if you look at our last 5 matches, you know, I think against Watford we were incredibly unlucky. As I've said, you know, a late goal against QPR. I'm hoping by the next time you see me, it's actually going to look a lot better than what it does. We're going to come back for Reading and Preston in the next episode. That means I'm going to play the entirety of November. We'll get through that period. But if we do have any more meetings, I will keep you in the loop. But hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you have, then give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more Football Manager videos at Fulham or otherwise. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.